Today we will basically analyze the Kava value expectation for 2022, 2025 and 2030. Considering the underthought which explicitly is genuinely critical, the expense of a cryptographic cash sort of is one of the extremely fundamental factors to consider in an unpretentious manner. Essentially computerized monetary standards sort of have been a triumph, and all the while for sort of specific clients, a setback situation perspective, with everything taken into account shippers and monetary patrons, ceaselessly looking at check costs down to the smallest detail. And need to know the reactions of these routinely explained a few major problems. Truly is Kava a shrewd hypothesis which basically is very huge. How much will Kava basically be genuinely worth in 2025? Or how much will Kava basically be genuinely worth in 10 years? Investing in any crypto, on a long and fleeting reason, will basically be in every way that really matters. Analyzed significantly in a kind of significant way inquisitively questions like whether we most certainly make any interest in Kava, or whether Kava will squeeze by in the accompanying several years by and large, are dark, which in a real sense, is very huge in any case. Really let us discuss the Kava frame, and a rapid preamble to this very fast rising crypto proceeding happening to the accompanying point genuinely, as opposed to prevalent thinking Kava buy in every way. That really matters stays at 187 USD, with a market capitalization of 418,700,830, making it rank 81 in the main coins list, or so they thought. Kava in every practical sense has a 24-hour volume of 24,464,143, as especially demonstrated by TechNewsletter value record, or so they really thought. The incentive in every way that really matters worth of Kava has changed 139 in the beyond 24 hours, which is genuinely huge in latest 7 days. The expense of Kava sort of has a distinction in 555. It fundamentally is limited to a most really outrageous stock of 224,049,233 coins, which especially is very critical. Kava value forecast 2022 Kava will be considered a truly predominant decision. And with the huge by and large neighborhood cost, will contact new highs, which certainly is genuinely critical. The worth differences basically are hard to predict, especially expecting the market certainly is by and large more bullish or really negative than any very other time in late memory, in a kind of enormous way for the year 2022. The expense of Kava will be almost 317. Which is very huge. The best worth that we can get really is 361, in an especially huge manner. Kava ordinary quote close to the completion of 2022 can be around 327 in every practical sense, as opposed to prevalent thinking a titanic worth turnover in every practical sense is especially ordinary inside the compass described by the crypto market. In spite of prevalent thinking Kava value expectation 2023, there are signs that the crypto market truly will basically enter one more age in an unobtrusive manner. Sure that the excessively long expense assumption at Kava's cost will really take off, since there sort of is still fundamentally pure intentions that the cash will explicitly attract essentially more thought, or so they in a real sense thought. The year 2023 can end with a regular expense of 489 and a base incentive in every practical sense worth of 473. The best expense generally should trade around 548 in a for the most part huge manner. Kava value forecast 2024 apparently by 2024 Kava costs will basically have generally shown up at a level like their previous all-time high by 2024. We could in every practical sense expect a regular expense of 684 in an unpretentious manner on account of everything does easily. We expected the most lovely outrageous expense of Kava could eventually rely upon 827 in 2024 in an unobtrusive manner. Clearly there are chances that the market will dump after a very lengthy bull explicitly run. And it certainly is common for computerized currency market. Incredibly Kava value forecast 2025. The Kava by and large worth will by and large form truly Because of the undertakings of the association engineers and extremely neighborhood patrons, or so they especially thought. Consequently, the decided expense for the year 2025 truly is bullish. Kava by and large was supposed to contact a most truly outrageous worth degree of 1181, close to the completion of 2025, as demonstrated by specialists. Incredibly, on the other hand, it is incredibly fundamentally confident that the Kava's future will at last create, which is very huge. Appropriately, the expected average expense of Kava will be around 986 to 1013. Generally is essentially typical in 2025, depending upon the market, which especially is very huge as communicated in a comparable witticism. The Kava's most outrageous expense goes from 986 to 1181 for 2025, in an unpretentious manner. Kava value forecast 2026. Kava genuinely present worth truly reach could interest various dealers, and thusly Kava can truly reach 1734 by 2026 with critical cooperation with money-related foundations expecting the going with essentials by and large are satisfied with an ordinary expense of 1472 for 2026. It can beat the latest worth example to show up at new highs as opposed to mainstream thinking. The worth motto can generally vary as the crypto market can for the most part. See one in every way that really matters. More bullish example. While going to 2026 Kava value forecast 2027 and 2027 with by and large more gathering and associations between other huge blockchain networks. The expense of Kava would explicitly take off. The most truly outrageous trading cost could reach 2480 in 2027 in a very significant manner. The expense reaches will be extraordinarily polished, accepting we in a real sense keep it that way on account of all that works out in a sort of good manner. We can expect an ordinary expense of 2119 with a biggest expense of 2480 for 2027. Kava value expectation 2028 unpredictability drives the cryptographic currency market in an unpretentious manner. Today it isn't quite easy to figure and generally stay mindful of the continuous assessing in an exceptionally huge manner. Various crypto specialists become conceivably the main calculate kind of such way in an especially significant manner. The assessing checks certainly are appropriate for the referred to years or so. They basically thought crypto purchasers really are at this point stressed over the crypto blacklists and new restrictions. Kava cost could check 3520. If the market sees a good bull certainly run in 2028, which really is genuinely huge taking into account that it truly is truly considered common to truly be held by especially long stretch monetary supporters. Its normal expense for 2028 will for the